Hello folks, some nighttime filming. Today is 23rd February 2020. So today I'm at Olympic City. I think I would film around here just to see in the Kowloon area how things are. So I'm gonna switch the camera around and show you guys. And yeah, a lot of taxi waiting for people, and I guess people are less inclined to take taxi nowadays because unlike your regular public transport, a taxi can go anywhere obviously, so people are led to believe these taxi driver will go near the Shenzhen border to pick up customers there, and in a way with an increased chance of an infection. Whereas if I take the bus, then I'll know, okay, so this is a regular route, it's not going anywhere near the danger zones in Hong Kong. Okay, so here we have all the chain stores. Okay, so KFC is actually queuing up. Okay, here on my right is Marks and Spencer's. So yeah, this Olympic City is I'll say it's a tier 2 mall. It's quite big. It's divided into 3 sections, all with these kind of grade or level of shops. Now, I think over the weekend there are no major outbreaks in Hong Kong. Just one or two cases. So in a way you can say that a lot of the Cantonese or Hong Kong population are really aware, are self-conscious. The discipline is probably one of the highest in the Southeast Asia by comparison to Singapore, South Korea and Japan somewhat. Simply because the guys here have the experience from 2003, the SARS outbreak, and plus a lot of the Hong Kong people, I would imagine, they have inherent, or due to the movement in the past couple of months, they have built up a resistance or conditioned themselves to not believe in the government entirely. And by government I mean the Hong Kong government as well as the Chinese Communist Party. So when they're saying, oh, there's like 10 new cases, the Hong Kong population, they're not going to believe that, and they're going to force the local government to take a more drastic or more safe actions to contain it. And when the government did not respond to the expectations, then that's why you see a lot of people are trying to save themselves in a way, to source face masks, etc. So that's kind of the current situation. Okay, so the Starbucks here. I actually don't know where I'm going. I'm just filming around the activities of the people. They look fairly calm, Again, doesn't seem like the shops are closing at all in this area. Despite being so interconnected, you do get very small social communities around Hong Kong, which are, some people don't really get out much. By get out, I mean, if some person was living in new territories, they probably just never go to Hong Kong Island unless there's a specific reason or a gathering. So it's not really uncommon to see that people here are, living living very near here to access the mall here. That's why you have very, very expensive apartments and real estate. Because people like the convenience just to go down and have a great access to a good mall. Despite that, it may be a very close or like a 30 minutes travel to one of the top tier malls. So yeah, malls are important. In a way, that location dictates the premium on the real estate. And I just said the travel as well. Okay, so it is now 7:20, and you can still see shops closing. So yeah, I guess they are closing a bit earlier today. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna find a news agent here, but I'll probably get one near the MTR station just to give you guys a quick peek at the news today. Okay, so it's quite typical of a mall sale. Actually, maybe it's not many people, considering it's a Sunday afternoon. As you can see. Yep, so there are some people eating sushi. Some people queuing up on the other side eating sushi. Yep. So when you realize that, both sushi place, both restaurants are serving the similar style food with probably similar price tag, and you see, hey, why is one shop with a lot of people queuing up and the other is quite empty? Of course, outside of the taste of sushi, like raw fish meat, it's actually a political struggle where some of the well-branded chains and shops have declared themselves to be pro-government, pro-establishment, while some of the other shops have declared themselves pro-democracy. And in short, you have yellow ribbon shops as well as blue ribbon shops. And this has been happening for the past 2 to 3 months. And the yellow, it seems to be winning. By winning, I mean their shops are always mostly queued up with people, while the other are closing up. Okay, so again, the news agent here. Just quickly scan through. So this is Oriental Daily. Okay. Okay, so it's saying okay, so I'm not going to go into the other papers. Just the Oriental Daily, that one, mainly talking about the escort from the Diamond Princess. Now, the paper is trying to put focus on the people, the Hong Kong people, whom are stationed in Hubei or Wuhan area. They're saying we can't drag on anymore. The people need to be, sort of rescued, so to speak. So the government actually have a very tough, well, not very tough, but because they need to show that, the Hong Kong government directly reports to the Chinese Communist Party, and then they don't want to upset them by rescuing some of the Hong Kong people back to Hong Kong, because that will inherently imply that two different governments, which they are, or two different sovereignties. So anything related to sovereignty, the Hong Kong government will not dare to exercise, right? Despite people, despite people's lives are at risk. So the Hong Kong government have been advertising, Hong Kong people, same as Chinese people. Of course, they're still ethnically they're the same group, but then again, it is entirely two systems that both people spend their formative years in. So you can expect to be quite different. So now I'm going into the MTR, just a quick show. Everyone's still wearing masks. I'll show you some infant here. So Sunday evening. Yep. I think that's it for today. I'll see you again. Okay, so actually I found a newsagent with a bit more newspaper left. That's one disadvantage of being in the filming in the evening, that all the newspapers are gone. So saying the pro-democracy camp make people sick, they're saying that, okay? While the pro-establishment camp, she is beyond help. Okay, so both are dissing the current CE, which is Carrie Lam here. Okay, so again here, just repeated. Yep. So it's saying this newspaper will include articles on where it's safe to fly, where it's not. Okay, and here saying government delaying, procrastinating, ill event result in big disaster. Okay, so here is a Hong Kong citizen, probably in Wuhan. She's 36 weeks pregnant and wanting to come back to Hong Kong. So they're trying to arrange an escort, and as I said, it's quite politically sensitive for Hong Kong government to issue an escort from Wuhan. Okay, global pandemic fears rise, Sunday Morning Post. Here we have, okay, so North Point mosque have some new cases, 4 new cases. So yeah, so again, the pro-democracy paper are dissing the government, citing sources from pro-establishment camp as well as the pro-democracy camp, while the other, thank you. While the other paper narratives are more focused on the coronavirus cases. Good. Yep, so that's today's news. I'll see you guys tomorrow.